I need a shower shelf. I need a place to put things. I don't have very many things that I keep in the shower, but I have a few, and I need a place to put them. I've tried some various types of shelves. I've looked at some options. The ones that hang from the shower head, that kind of interferes with the space here. I don't like that. I have tried this type. These go on with suction cups very easily. That holds enough, but the trouble is I can't rely on the suction cups. This tends to let go after a few weeks and everything crashes to the floor, and it really sucks when it happens in the middle of the night and wakes you up. These are acrylic panels. I could drill and mount shelf directly through these. I'm a little hesitant to do that, at least right now, so I've decided to try a new approach. I'm going to give a tension pole shower caddy a try. I wasn't able to find something I liked locally, so I went online and this is what I bought. Yeah, Amazon. This was pretty cheap, so I don't know what the quality really is going to be of this, but let's open up the package and see. And this is what was inside the box. We have 4 of these L-shaped baskets. They all look to be identical. 1, 2, 3, 4 pole sections of about the same length, and then this one's a shorter length. It looks to me like they're going to stab together. Bag with some plastic parts. Maybe that's some kind of connector in there, some plastic or rubber feet. Instructions, and a couple of, these look like stickers with a finish on them that kind of match this. I was after satin nickel, and this is what they call satin nickel. The instructions show that all the parts are lettered, and what I just noticed in pulling these poles out of the bag is that each bag has a letter that matches the instructions here. And so do these baskets. That one says I, these 3 say J, so that must be different. And even on here, there's letters that match what's in the instructions. So I think this will go together pretty easily. My measurement is 92 1/4, which is right down here. So I'm going to use all these parts here for the poles, and I guess I'm going to use 2 of these spacers. I've taken everything out of their plastic packages and lined it all up here. You can see these poles are in order: A, B, C, D, and E. And the only difference in these baskets is that the one I here, it's a deeper basket than the others. These are little grommets or gaskets which are going to wrap around the pole, and they're going to wedge up underneath these sleeves to hold those in place. These are hooks for hangers, and it turns out that these are to seal some of these joints after stuffing these poles together. Kind of a cheap solution, but I guess that's it. The one thing to note here is that pole B has a spring in it. That's where our tension for holding this in place is going to happen. And depending on your height of your ceiling, you may or may not use all these poles, and you need spacers, which are going to drop down in pole B and press against this spring to create the right amount of tension, because pole A is a little narrower and it's going to fit inside and press against those spacers and that spring. All right, I'm going to put this thing together. The bottom pole, D, goes into E. The foot, now there's 2 of these, there's top and bottom foot, they're different diameters. The bigger diameter one has to go on the bottom pole. The B pole, the one with the spring, that's where I'm going to put my baskets. I'm only going to use 2 of these baskets. I don't have use for all this, so I'm only going to use 2. I'm just going to slide them on here. What's going to hold them in place are these grommets or gaskets that wrap around the pole, and then the basket comes down and sort of pinches on that. I'm going to adjust the positioning of those later. right now it's just going to hopefully keep these from falling out. There is a top side and a bottom side to these little grommets too, so I gotta get that right. Okay, hopefully that'll just kind of hold them for the moment. Pole C is going to go in. That keeps the spring from falling out the bottom. My two spacers, they go in. If you have a taller ceiling than mine, I guess taller than 95 inches, you're going to use 3 spacers. This is a little collar, which slides on there. Pole A is a little smaller diameter to fit inside, and it puts tension against that spring. Okay, and then the top foot is a little smaller diameter. Tell you what, let me put that on here first. Like that. Then that goes in there. Then this all assembles onto the bottom 2 poles, and that has to get installed in place. Actually, I can see now on close examination that these little stickers are in strips. So we're going to wrap that right around this joint. Just like that, I guess. Yeah, again, kind of funky, but I suppose it'll work. Now this has the tension up against the ceiling. Oh, I gotta turn my baskets. Yeah, and pivot it in there. And right onto the ledge down there. Yeah, something like that. It's kind of a wobbly thing, isn't it? Let's see, we'll figure out these basket positions here. I want a basket down around there. So these are just a rubber, little round plastic grommet that circles around there, and then this collar on the basket slides down on it and sort of pinches into it. I want this one done around here, maybe. I suppose something like that. Pretty funky, kind of wobbly. Should I put this more into the corner? It'll keep stuff there, yeah. I can actually tug on these baskets pretty firmly. They stay there, but the whole thing is just sort of wobbly. Like I said, it was pretty cheap. So, I guess that's what you get for your money, right? They give you a couple little hooks for hanging things that just hook over the basket like that. So this seems to be working okay. I have shoved the pole as far into the corners as I could get it so that this is back all the way. And, it's staying here, it's holding my stuff. It's a little bit lightweight maybe, but it looks like it's going to work. So I'm good.